Good afternoon, everybody. This is Brewster, and I'm coming to you today with a puzzle called Electric 6 by Frapp. And this is also a very hot day in Melbourne. So I've got my air conditioner going, but it's still incredibly warm. Fortunately, with solar in the house, things are cheap to run, but it's still, it's hot. And every time I move around the house, whew. So, what else is going on? So, welcome to a new Patreon, Jim Hester. Thank you for jumping on board and supporting the channel. My Patreons don't get a lot of, or they don't get extra content really. I don't really put out any extra videos. I don't lock any of the puzzle packs that get released behind Patreon rewards or any of that sort of stuff. I don't think that's really fair to the people who put effort into creating the puzzles to turn around and say that they should have a limited audience. Sometimes I will put out puzzles, pardon me, that I've created to my patrons for testing, or things like that. But as a general rule, if something is released to patrons, it's going to get released to everyone unless it fails testing or something. Sometimes I'll engage with my patrons and ask them for things like the best of 22. My patrons got to nominate what they thought the best puzzles were, and then everyone got to vote, like the whole community. Or on some issues, I will go to the community for their opinions, and then I'll let my patrons make some final decisions, or my discussion with my patrons will be a little bit more intense. But as a general rule, they don't get anything. So I really do, I appreciate everyone who jumps on board on the Patreon. Let's have a look at Electric 6 by Frapp. So this is a palindrome puzzle, and all of the different lines just are to disambiguate which palindrome is which. So normal Sudoku rules apply. In every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. This is a non-consecutive puzzle, so orthogonally adjacent cells may not contain consecutive digits. So what that means is, beside this 7, for example, none of the 4 cells touching the 7 could be a 6 or an 8. That's basically what that means. And it's the same. None of those cells could be a 2. None of these cells could be a 3 or a 5. And then we've got the palindrome lines. And the way palindromes work is if you were to put digits on the line, if you were to read those digits off, they will read the same in either order. So if this was, let's do this. If this was an A, this would be an A. If this was a B, then this would have to be a B, and things like this. So it'd be A, B, and then along the line at the other end. So we know that it's solving, but there's AB5 because the other end is AB5. And if this was a C, then we've got AB5C, 5BA, because if we read it in the other direction, AB5C, 5BA. As long as it reads the same from either direction, that's the correct for a palindrome. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. So what we do have is the third digit along the blue line is a 5. So the third digit along the blue line is a 5. The second digit along the red line is a 3. So that's a 3. The second digit along the purple line is a 4. The second digit along the teal line is a 1. So we get those straight away. That puts a 3 down here. It puts, I'm not sure what we're looking at here. 2 can't go in any of those cells. So what's the best way to look at this? 5 can't go there. 5 can't go there because that would reflect to there, and there's a 5 in the box. So 5 is in one of those 2. And 5 can't be next to 4. So that's a 5. So the third along this is a 5. That becomes a 5. And that also puts 5 down here. So 3 and 5 are next to each other. Unfortunately, that's not that limiting because they're not consecutive. 4 can't go in any of those. So 4 is up here and not next to 3. And 4 can't be on the end of the line. So this is the 4. Which puts 4 in one of those 2. Now 2 is not there or there. Still allows for all of these. 6 is not in those. These are all close to each other, so the non-consecutive isn't going to kick in very much. 5, 5. 5 is in one of those two. Oh, here we go. 5 and 5. 5 is in one of these two by Sudoku. It can't be next to the 4 there, and if it was there, it would reflect to there. So this becomes a 5. In fact, this is quite restricted. Because this cell is this cell, is this cell, is this cell, is this cell, and is this cell. Those are all the same. Because they're the end of the palindromes. So that and that, because those are the same, that is that cell. It's one of those three, but it's not those two because it sees those. So it's that cell. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It has to be up here. No, I've already got it in this box. It's there. So those are all the same. So what can they be? Well, I haven't highlighted any digit. So let's just go down the candidates. It could be 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, it can't be 7 because it's not 7 there. It can't be 6 because it's next to 5. So it's 2, 8, or 9. And I'm not seeing how to restrict that. So these all seem to be 2, 8, or 9. I was hoping that one of those would be next to something else. But if they are, I'm not seeing it. Starts quick, slowed down a little. 1 is not in those by Sudoku, so it's in one of those two. This digit is this digit. So this can't be 7 because that sees a 7. So 7 is in one of those. But I've got no pressure on 7s. Six is not in any of those. 6 is in one of those two, but that's not on a line. So I don't have many unresolved digits on palindromes. It's basically those two are the same and those two are the same. And whatever goes in here has to go in here. And if it was there, if it was 1, it would be there, which is the middle of a line, which would be, so if it was 1, it would be there. If it's not 1, it could be there, but that's the middle of the line. But, oh, hang on, it can't be 1. It can't, oh, this can't be 1. So, if this can't be 1 because it sees a 1. But that doesn't stop that being a 1 and those being the same. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not seeing any normal non-consecutive or palindrome tricks here. Because there's 3 can't be there or there. So 3 is in one of those 3. So 3 is down here. 4 is in one of those, but like if I could eliminate 3 from there, I'd know something. The only thing I've eliminated from this pair is 3 and 5, but they're already over here. This might be restricted. It can't be, it's not 1, it can't be 2, it can't be 3, 4, 5. So this is from 6, 7, 8, or 9. It's not 6, so this is a 7, 8, or a 9. Which might put some pressure on that. This might be the same, except this one can be 2, because that can be 2. So this can be 2, can't be 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 2, 7, 8, 9. So 6 in this box is down here. Right, 6 is in one of those. If 6 is there, 6 is there. And that would put 6 in there. Which looks okay. Because I can't put 6 there. Now, if one of these was down to by values, like if that's an 8, now this can't be an 8. Because if this is an 8, this would be, can't be 8 anymore. It'd be 7 or 9, and that wouldn't work. So this is not 8. So this is 2, 7, or 9, and it's not 7. So this is not 7. So this is 2 or 9. Now what about 2 or 9? That's interesting. So one of these has to be 2. Because if neither of these is 2, this becomes an 8, 9 pair and they're consecutive. So one of these has to be 2. So one of these has to be 2. And the other one is going to be 8 or 9. Which means that can't be 9. Does it mean that has to be 7? So if this was 8, these would both be 2. If this is 9, this would be 2, and this would be 8, and that doesn't work. This is 7. That's weird, which means this is not 8, and this is a 2, 9 pair. There's no 8 there. This is a 2, 9 pair. So all of blue loses its 8-ness. And these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. So this is 6, 8. This is strange. And now the palindromes are effectively done, apart from the fact that I have to remember that those are the same digit and those are the same digit. So 7 in this box is in one of those two, which means I can't put 6 or 8 in those. Six is in here somewhere. One is not in any of those by Sudoku. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure this one out. I mean, that's what I'm here for, to try and figure it out. But I'm not seeing a trick. This row is really limited. Because 4, for example, can't go there and can't go there. But 6 is more limited because I can't put it on top of the 7. And I can't put it next to the 5. 8 can't go on top of the 7. I'm actually going to pencil mark all of this. So I've got 1, I've got 2, 3, I've got 4, I've got 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, 7 has to be in one of those two. So 7 comes out of all of those. 8 and 6 can't go on top of the 7. So this is 1, 4, 7. This can't be 6. This is 1, 4, 7. This can't be 6. Now this can't be 1 because... Why did I say this can't be 1? 1 has to go in one of those two. Oh, this can't be 1 because of that one. So this is 4, 6, or 8. This is not 4. For multiple reasons. I thought that would do more. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, there could be a 9 there. Is it these? Because they have to be 2, 3, 7, and 9. Hang on, these are 2, 3, 7, 9. 2, 3, 7, 9. That's a 2, 3, 7, 9 quadruple. That's not 2. So 2, actually that's done very little, but it is a 2, 3, 7, 9 quadruple. That can't be 2 or 9. Because this is the other 2, 9. Let's mark it as green. The same as this is green. Now, this can't be 2 or 9. I mean, that's just 2, 9 pointing at it. So one of these is green. 3 or 7 there. But one of these is that. But it's still, that could still be the green too. But it means that these are from 1, 2, 3, 4, 6... 1, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, these are 1, 4, 6, 8. There's no 1 there. There's no 4 there. There's no 6 there. That's an 8. This can't be 1, it can't be 4, and it can't be 6. This is an 8. 8 comes out of all of those. This is 1, 4, and 6. And that's not 4. This is 1. This is a 4, 6 pair. But that takes 1 out of those. This becomes 4, 7, which makes this the 6, this the 4, which takes 3 out of there, which means 3 has to be in there. That does 2 already was eliminated there, but the 8 makes that the 3. 3 means this is not 2. This is a 7, 9 pair, and blue, what can I need to select color? Blue is 2, so green is 9. And now I can get rid of all of the colors. That is cool. That was really tricky. Now this sees 1 and 6, so it becomes 8. So this becomes 6, this becomes 8, and this becomes 6. The 8 can't go next to 7, so that's 4 and that's 7. These are 1, 2, 3, and 9. Now, 1 and 3 can't go next to 2, so that becomes the 9. Not seeing that 1, 3 resolution yet. That was really cool. That was a tricky spot. Okay, triples. Calling out triples. Calling out for all triples. 4, 5, and 7 go in there. Well, there's no 5 there. So 5 is down here somewhere. This is not 4 for multiple reasons. Nope, that did not help me. What about this column? I need 1, 4, 7, and 9. Well, 4 is down here. 1 can't go there. No, that's not helping me much. 7 is down here, but that's not restricted. I'll put it in anyway. So I'm just looking for Sudoku restrictions. 444 I've got. 555. 9. No. 8 is in one of those, but no. 5 is in one of those two by Sudoku. 4 is in one of those two by Sudoku, and I cannot. So this 4 knocks it out of there, this 4 knocks it out of there, and I cannot put 4 next. If I put 4 there, that would be 5, and that would be broken. So this becomes a 4. So that means 4 is up in one of those two, which means I can't put I couldn't put a 3 or a 5 in there anyway. So that has done nothing. I still can't put 6 in here. Or here. So 6, I can't go here. So 6 can't go on top of the 5 for the same reason. It can't go here by column logic, and it can't go next to the 7. So 6 is in one of those two, which takes the 6 out of there and puts the 6 in there. Now this is now a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 5, and 8. So these are 3, 5, and 8. I can't put a 3 at the bottom. That's been that way for a while, but I haven't eliminated it. 3, 5, and 8. It's not got me much that I can see. Now, 1 in this box is down here somewhere. 2, 3, 4 in this box is here. 5, 6 is in here now. Yeah, let's look at this quad because I'm seeing... So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 7, 8, 9. I can't put 1 next to the 2. I can't put 7... here, which means this can't be 8 or 9, because if this is 8, this becomes 9, and that doesn't work. If this is 9, this becomes 8, it doesn't work. So this is not 8 or 9. This is 1 or 7. I think I've done all the palindromes. Yeah, I have. These are middle. This is a middle digit. So all the palindrome stuff is done. I've got the conflict checker turned on, but not the pencil mark conflict checker, because I only want to use it based on current feedback if I get stuck. And I have not felt stuck yet. So 9 must be in here. That means 9 is down here. There was another digit. Actually, this is now a quad. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 6, 7, 9. And 9 must be down here and 6 must be down here. Now, there's no 1 next to a 2. And this is 4, 6, or 9? No, 4, 1. No, it's not. 9 must be up here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 1, 4, 7. And this is not the 1. So this is 4 or 7. In fact, this isn't the 1 either. So 1 is in one of those two, which means 1 is in one of those two, and it can't be next to the 2. That's the 1, which makes this a 3 and this a 1. This is now down to a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 9. 8 and 9 can't go together. So if this was a 6, this would be 8 and 9 and it'd be broken. So this is not the 6, this is the 6. And 6 is down here. This is really, really cool. And 8 can't go next to 7. That's the 9. This is a 6-8 pair. Which means whichever one of these is 6 or 8 can't go next to the 7. But one of these is a 7. Now that could be a 7 and that'll release all the pressure. But if one of these... Actually, neither of these can be a 7. If this is a 7, that has no value. If this is a 7, that has no value. Neither of those is a 7. That's a 7. And this is not a 7. I think I'm going to get rid of all of the extraneous pencil marks here, at least the corner marks, and run with what I've got. 3, now 6 or 9, no. Which means this is the 5, which takes 5 out of there. There's no 5 here anymore. I've got a 4, 7 pair in the column. Now is this 3, 6, 8, 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 3, 6, 8, 9. I can't put 6 in either of those because it'd be next to a 5. So this is the 6. These are 3, 8, and 9. I can't have no 3 there because this would be an 8, 9 pair. So 3 must be in there, so there's no 3 there. This is an 8 or a 9. If this was an 8, it would be adjacent to that. That's the 9. That's the 7. That's the 9. There is no 9 there. This is a 3, 8 pair, and I cannot put 8 next to 9. That's the 3. That's the 8. I take 8 out of those. This becomes 5. This becomes 3. 5 can't go next to 6. 1, 4, 7, and 9 is correct in there. There's no 6 there, though. 6 can't be next to 7. That's the 9. I take the 9 out of there. This is 1, 4, and 7. Anything more yet? Maybe. All I know is my gut tells me maybe. 8 is in one of those two. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8. I can't put 7 in there, so 7 is in one of those two. I can't, hang on, 4, I can't put 4, 6, 7, and 8. 4, 7 can only go in those two. Those are 4 and 7, and so this is the 8, and this is the 6. This is now a known pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 1 and 3. And this 3 is telling me the order. This is the 1, this is the 3, which is not the order that was going to resolve that, unfortunately. But it does take 1 out of there. Okay, now this 8 means that this is 4 because I can't put 7 next to it. That takes 4 out of... No, not both of them. What did I just do? Okay, that takes 4 out of there, giving me a 1, 7 pair. So this is 4. Now this is now a... No, this 6 has actually made that 8 and 6. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Yep, this is 5. And these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 3 and 9. And that 9 is giving me the order. 9 and 3 in the order I didn't say, but the order I typed. Now, 1 and 7. I'm not seeing those resolved by any non-consecutive or anything yet, but I'm sure something will happen. This 5 is making that the 5. This is now a single digit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is a 3. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 1 and 8, and this 8 is giving me the order. 1 and 8. Now, I've got stuff being resolved all over the place. I just need to figure it out. So this is one, no, this 9 has taken 9 out of there. So this is a 1, 7 pair. This is a 9. 1, 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is an 8. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a 4, 7 pair. In fact, I could have used column logic ages ago. This is 7, this is 4. And now I've got 1, 7s. And I'm terrified. Oh, this 8. This 8 can't be next to a 7. This is the 1, this is the 7, this is the 1, this is the 7. And that is Electric 6 by Frappy. That was cool. The stuff in here around this palindrome to resolve this to pairs and put pressure on this cell and all, that was tricky. I mean, I did it in 25 minutes, but using the rating system, which I don't mention often enough, of walk in the park, scenic hike, trek into the wilderness, I would have called this a hard hike. There are some spots in this that I think are really, really tricky, but a really cool puzzle. Thanks, Frappy, for the puzzle. Really do appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying everything. Yeah, let's just, yeah, we'll see how things go. I've got some stuff that I want to try on the channel now that I've got some more free time. We'll see how it all goes. Thanks, everyone, for watching. And as always, good luck with your solving.